Somebody you want faith for sure. Kim Burrell, right here in the Songbook of Gospel at FM HDMS Digital One. Good morning, everybody. I'm Simone Malone, one of your most trusted and respected voices. And for those of you that are checking me out on Facebook and my YouTube channel called Trusted Voice in Radio, we appreciate you so much. Well, today I have a new artist spotlight. You know, I believe in playing not only the traditional gospel artists, but I also play the quartets. And I want to welcome from Montgomery, Alabama, a place that has so much history for our African Americans and people from all over the world. In fact, we just celebrated Dr. Martin Luther King's birthday, and so much took place in Montgomery, Alabama. I want to welcome the only one, the Reverend Anthony Clark from the Clark Brothers, to the Songbook of Gospel. Good morning, Reverend Anthony. How you doing?
Good morning, Simone, and to all the Facebook fans and to the Songbook of Gospel. We're happy to be on the show.
We are delighted to be able to spotlight you, man. I've heard so much about you from some of the people that promote you guys, and man, you are making a difference. The Clark Brothers are making a difference in Alabama and all over the world. We appreciate you.
Well, we appreciate you, Simone, and all that you do and the level of excellence that you bring to the kingdom, because that's what God is calling us to, excellence, to reach those that are out there, and to show that we're going to let our light shine in this dark time, that God is alive and he's well, and through the Songbook of Gospel, the message of God is presented.
Absolutely. We thank you for that. You know, interesting, Reverend Anthony, I want to give you that respect, Reverend Anthony Clark, because a part of my name is Anthony as well. I was reading some information about you guys, and what I really respect and I really appreciate is your mother.
Yes, my mother, I'm going to tell you, my mother, my father passed when I was 11. I'm the eldest brother. Mm-hmm. And, you know, being the oldest brother, and you have one that's 2 years behind, you had one that was 5 years old, and my mother had to work 2 full-time jobs. That's 16 hours a day. Wow. And mind you, we never been in jail, been on drugs. My mama did a great job. She kept us together. She kept us in church.
Yes.
And we are where we are today. I'm a senior pastor, and through these doors at my church, over 1,000 and some people come this Sunday, and we're breathing life, and it's all because of my mother. It's nothing like a good mother.
You know what? And I thank God for her and what she has done, because she has raised 6 men. You guys were boys and kids then, but you all are men, and all of you are so talented, man. As I was reading the information and listening to you guys, all of you, have some kind of talent to be able to sing or play, and here you are, pastor and a minister as well. So I thank God for what he's doing in your life. Tell our listeners a little bit about, really, the Clark Brothers. Go ahead and tell them.
Well, the Clark Brothers are from Tuskegee, Alabama. If you're familiar with Tuskegee Institute of Tuskegee University, Booker T. Washington, George Washington Carver, and quite naturally, they're Commodores. We grew up there, and we spent time in the local church, and my brothers, two of my brothers still live there in Tuskegee. I live 30 miles away, but Tuskegee, we're from Tuskegee. We just some country boys that have been as far as Canada. We traveled the East Coast, the Midwest, been all the way out to Fargo, North Dakota, and God has really blessed us to come from Tuskegee, a small town, but yet it's still bringing life to this whole world.
Now, you know, Reverend Anthony, there's a lot of quartet groups. You know, Lee Williams and a whole bunch of folks. I had a chance to meet a lot of them. What's unique about, you would say, the Clark Brothers?
Well, what's unique about the Clark Brothers? Quartet music is one of those genres of gospel music that has been around longer than a lot of the music we hear today in gospel music, and we have to find ourselves to reinvent, because you're dealing with a younger market, and those that originally, early on, that embraced quartet music has gotten older. A lot of them have passed away, so we're still singing quartet, but we're presenting quartet in a way that everybody, the young, the middle age, and the old, can embrace it, because we do a lot of things. Not only do we minister through song, we sometimes do little moves and things of that nature that gets the young crowd, and we have a social network presence, because we're in a day and age where, just like the cassettes went away, eventually the CDs will go away.
Oh, yes.
So we have to find ourselves presenting the gospel in a way that it can still be preserved, the heritage of quartet music, and how can we still say the same message but present it in a way that the people can receive it. Paul basically says in his word, I became all things to all men to gain the more. So sometimes we have to reach people on the level they are to gain the more for Christ.
Good, good. And I always find the older saints, they love the quartet singing.
Yes.
It just takes you back to the old time way, and we love playing it right here. So let's talk about your CD, It's in Your Hands. Talk a little bit about the project and how people can get it.
Well, It's in Your Hands. It's done very well. Yesterday we found out we made Billboard at number 34.
Congratulations.
The first week out. And you can get it in iTunes, Amazon.com, CD Baby, your local music stores. If it's not on the shelf, simply go in and request it, and they can order it because it's distributed nationally by Central South, which is the world's largest gospel distributor. You can also even with the cell phone, if you got Verizon Wireless, you can go to VCast Music and you can download the song, iTunes, whatever. The song is available. And if you are social network buff, you can go to Facebook and you can find the Clark Brothers at Facebook.com, Clark Brothers Gospel, or you can tweet us on Twitter at the Clark Brothers without the S. So even with those Facebook and Twitter, we're often trying to give away things to be a blessing to those that are embracing the Clark Brothers. So if you keep up with us, you might find yourself getting something special.
I like that. We're going to take a quick break, and we're going to come back at you. We're going to have you talk more about the CD, your brothers, and share more about your ministry. I want you to stay right there. Ladies and gentlemen, I am talking to Reverend Anthony Clark from the Clark Brothers, a fine pastor right there in Alabama. Hang right there. We'll be right back after these important messages. Stay close.